Going to wait and see. It's getting late. I've got a lot done. Almost finished what I was up to. We'll see here in a minute. Well, I have to get up awful early tomorrow. But I'm staying up so late. I'm cleaning my little grill. Well, somebody's still up. I'm back. Well, good. I got a lot done while they were on their live. Just about, except for folding some clothes. And cleaning off this counter. Brown Family Farms. 5 a.m. comes early. Yeah, too early for me. But I have to be at the fruit stand all day tomorrow evening. So closing. Peter and Scott's leaving towns. And so I've got the farm, the fruit stand, and everything through Saturday. Sunday we're closed, so that's a good thing. And I'm trying to get some things done around here. Hopefully they don't have no tornadoes. I fixed my sirloin on my grill, little house grill, last night, and I rinsed it off and now I'm giving it a good scrubbing. Well, I hope we don't see no bad weather. I wouldn't cry about the rain. I mean, we had a 2-minute rain today. All right, take care. Yeah, my dryer's still running, so I've done quite a bit while they were live. Every once in a while, I'd run over and he said something about goats. I had to go over and see. Did I hear him right? I was busy, and he said goats were going for $25. I could go up there and take the horse trailer up there and load them down with goats because they're selling down here for $200 to $300 easily. Just about any kind of goat you think of. Uh, near the end of the last sale I was at, 140 some dollars, I think, was the cheapest ones. But they were looking rough, and that's probably why they went so cheap. But some good, healthy looking goats still bring good money down here. Oh, east. Yeah, we might get some rain off of that hurricane if it keeps moving northeast. We could see some. We could see some rain from it. Well, I don't know. I doubt it. I'm sure Brandon takes pretty good care of his. I'm sure if he had one with a problem, he wouldn't even take it to the sale. Yeah, Brandon said goats were going for $25 up there. That's why I think he brought his home that night he took them. I didn't realize how cheap they were gotten up there. But I could go up there and buy 50, 75 goats at $25 a piece. Bring them back here. Let's just say $125 a piece. Sell them for $100. I can make money. I could go if they were to have a sale about 4 days before the sale down here. Go up there and get them and have 3 days to bring them back. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Gas would still be, that's probably about $500. So you take off the $500 trip. Uh, you go with you throw your cooler in the front seat of the truck and pack you some sandwiches and some drinks and all that, so you don't spend a bunch of money eating out. Go up there and turn around and head back. Yeah, that'd still be a pretty good profit. It wouldn't take but 6 goats to pay for the trip. Yeah, well, hello there, Melissa. Yeah, I'd have to figure it up really, but you buy. I mean, but shoot, take the big horse trailer. I could easily I could easily bring back 100 goats. I just a thought, you know what I'm saying? They'd have to have 100 goats for sale too. Oh yeah, she'd be all over it. She'd be all over it. She'd go, bring your checkbook. The problem with taking her with me would be to no, Christina, we're just here for the goats. No, we're just here for the goats. She she gets she gets what she calls an idea. And, yeah, I don't know. I need to talk to Brandon. Yeah, she'd be wanting to stop at every one of them she saw. Look, there's a Walgreens. I need to stop. I keep her on the back roads, farmland. I'll tell you what, Walgreens has. I heard they were closing a bunch of stores, and I told her here a while back when I heard about it. I said, "Yeah, yours is on the list. The one in your front door there is on the list of being closed." No, it's not. No, it's not. I said, "Yeah, they don't tell the workers until they get ready to do it. I usually have a dollar store. We just need a Dollar General on Saturdays. I don't go to Dollar General, but on Saturdays, unless they don't have my bread, then I'll go in the middle of the week and pick up my bread because I'll run out." Yeah, she'll be going. I bet they got it at Walgreens. I bet that's okay. We'll pass up Walgreens. I can do without it. Well, this Saturday, uh, I got the last two loaves. That no, there was three loaves. Yeah, there was three loaves. Three loaves of the kind of bread I buy. So uh, it's I can't remember now. Anyway, it's wheat bread, butter something, wheat bread. I quit eating just plain loaf bread. You know. Now, how many was there when they closed it out? Uh, just before the Eddies shut their live down. Stephanie was laughing at Brandon talking about his six pack. I told her quit laughing at his six pack. I don't even know if it made it up there or not. I went in there. And my fingers were wet. And I hit the thing. Uh, I told her quit laughing. He has a six pack, just like I do. It's just growed together. Just turned it into a whole pack. That's all. That dryer should be cutting off here in a little bit. Okay, go take care of the baby. No, we ain't gonna do nothing like that. Little as possible. See, let the paid help do the sweeping and cleaning up and all that good stuff. Take care. God bless. It's I know she's got her hands full, but you know what? I bet she wouldn't trade it for nothing. Yeah, yeah. I was in here. I was in here in the kitchen. I thought, well, let's do it again. In fact, this thing is set long enough again. Let me move back over here one more time. That's right. My my sweetheart, she lost her little boy. She ended up having two more, but she lost a little boy who she only had him with her for a few years. You had to carry him around and everything. Is that Noah? I can't see it well enough. Everything run together. Yeah, yeah, it was rough, but you know, it was a 24-hour a day thing. But she never complained. He made it to church with her every time the doors open. But well, anyway, let me see here. We got to just kind of do y'all. A lot of y'all seen this already on the videos, but we got the new fence up. Uh, for the chickens. We changed up their chicken run. We still got to take some of that, all that plastic stuff down. Got some of it loose. Uh, I think down there where the ducks are, we're going to fence it in instead of using that stuff, so it's easier to clean up around it and stuff. It's just that plastic stuff just don't get it. And we're going to have to make a little cutoff place for the cows to come up so they won't get to the trees and stuff, to all the fruit trees across here. And so they can come up into the back. I cut the corner out. I took the DR and cut that stuff. That stuff was like straw, man, and it was taller than me. And I tell you, funny on that, Scott threw some eggs over there that didn't hatch, that was bad. And I didn't know he threw them over there. And I started running that big DR mower through there, and it started running over them, and they started popping. And they went pop, 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 pop. I thought I was running through a mine zone or something, Yeah, and then I said, "Nope, rotten eggs." Uh, oh boy! I told him. I said, "You could have warned me. You set up. You set traps over there." He says, "Oh, I figured the chickens would have ate them by now, as long ago as it was." Uh, 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 I was like, I mean, that DR more, it's loud anyway, and I'm going through that tall grass with it, and all of a sudden, pop, 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 and I thought, what in the, oh lordy, and I looked down and yep, straddle this. And it's egg mines, yeah, that's what it was, Peggy. They were they were going off left and right. I could have, but he thought the chickens would have ate them by now. I said, nope, they're still there. In fact, when you go over there, you'll know they're there too, because this stinks over there now. I actually cut further back than I was going to. Uh, I got to checking my shoes. I wanted to make sure I didn't have none of that egg on my shoes. Can you imagine coming in and take your shoes off? Going, woo! Yeah, well, he did too. That's why he didn't say nothing about it or to think that he didn't think nothing about it. He knew what I was going to do. Because he'd been out, he was out there working on other stuff, and I told him, I said, well, I'm gonna go up there and knock that out. And but when I bush hogged, I didn't do that corner because I did. Oh, I just put my thumb up there, doggone it. I didn't want to have to go forward and back up and go forward and back up and all that stuff. So I just didn't do it. But yeah, uh, I don't know if we'll have any luck with what's in the incubator. What's in there now? Tomorrow we should start seeing some chipping. They should start hatching. And if they don't, we're going to be throwing them out too. We've had the worst time. We've got three baby chicks out of the bunch that was in there, of the chicks, and one of them was handicapped. And tomorrow's supposed to be hatching day, according to when we put them in there. And we only got the two baby guineas out of it, and that's not the first time. We've put round through like 3 or 4 rounds in there, and nothing hatched. We don't get it. Don't understand because we know there's uh, more males down there guineas than there are females, and Scott still believes that uh, Bonnie is a female. And everything indicates it except for we ain't got no eggs from her. I don't. But okay, got that done. Let's see. I was going through the list here. Anyway, the chickens got a new running area. Moved the ducks back over to where their water is to get them out of there. It should be guinea eggs. So yeah, we should have guinea eggs hatching tomorrow. They should start chipping. If they don't, we're just going to throw it out. But we have just that last batch. We only the last ones where the two was hatched. That ended the other day, and one other one was starting to chip, but it didn't make it. It didn't make it out. Uh, We were hoping. So that's why I said the other day it didn't look promising. Uh, but we give it another day to see, and it didn't make it out. And you can only help them so much without damaging them. Too early. So, and Bonnie went through the net, right through the net. Scott found the hole. They were probably having an argument down there, and Bonnie jumps up and hit the net and knocked a hole in it. And, just kept on booking it. And I looked around and I could see nothing had been under the fence anywhere. Nothing had got her. There was no feathers nowhere. And I said, well, she's got out. And I don't see her nowhere. I didn't go look in the barn. And I told Scott, I said, she's got out. I don't know where she's at. He said, well, he was going to go look. I did it again, doggone it. He was going to go look, like walk around, maybe the neighbors, try to spot her somewhere or something. But I went down to the barn to check water, and I went in there, and there she sat, looking through the wire, talking to the other guineas, sitting up on top of a board up there where she could see into them. And I'm like, oh, there you are. And it was daytime, and every time I'd get close to her, she'd move. I couldn't get close enough to reach out and just grab her. And we waited to it was dark. It was getting dark, and the chickens had all lined up there. That's where they line up at, where she was at, and she was up there with them. And I can't move that fast. I'll fall if I try to reach over a bunch of stuff or do something. Scott says, "I can wait a minute. I'll come. I'll be done in a minute." So he walked in there, and sure enough, he walked over there, and it took him a minute. He grabbed all the chickens had left. They all went crazy and went running off because she started running back and forth across the thing, going behind the board. One time he's trying to figure out where she's at, and she come back up, and he's like, "Oh, there you are." And she was right in front of him, and he grabbed her and brought her back and put her back up here for me. And I didn't see the hole, and he was over there looking, and he saw it. So, yeah, she was down there talking about him, I'm sure. And but she's out there sleeping good right now. She's probably glad to be back because down there, she had to share feed with a bunch of chickens while she was out there with them, and she had to share water with them. I mean, but it's kind of neat. At least I know she wasn't gonna go nowhere. She went straight to that barn. We'll have to wait and see who decides to move in with them, move up there with them. I'm thinking about ordering some more fence, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and order some 6-foot fence. I'm gonna go ahead and leave what's there, and just start another one. Kind of make it bigger. Yep, out there in the backyard for the guineas, over on that end of the house over there. we need more eggs, and we need them to be fertile. We're not having no luck. By now, I would have figured we should have had a whole, a whole bunch of babies down there, but it just hadn't happened. But we've put I think one time 20 some eggs, and none of them were fertile. Not a one of them. Well, that's probably what I'll do, Peggy. The next one will guess at grabbing another female. But we were talking yesterday. The female sound that they make, I haven't heard them make that noise in well over a week. And Scott says he hadn't either. But so we know they're down there. They're just not making that noise. So, and we know they're down there because they're laying eggs. And we don't understand why Bonnie's not laying no eggs. It's too hot to be making noise. That's probably true. And it is what it is, I'm trying to remember who it was now. Somebody sent me a message that said they were just a little too late when we were live earlier. They just missed us. Yeah, we just have to wait and see. But I'm thinking about changing my run around the house, the whole entire run around the house, to a 6-foot fence. Like the one we put up for the chickens down there. And it might be too hot to do anything down there. It might be why none of the eggs are fertile. We got a fan running down there. Nobody sees it running, but no, not the entire yard. But I'm gonna keep them behind the. I'm gonna keep them behind the shed, in the backyard right there. And as we figure out for sure that we got some males, I'd like to turn like 5 or 6 of them. And I know there's more males than that down there. I'd like to turn 5 or 6 of the males loose out into the hole in the barn, and they'll be able to get in and out of there if they want to. But move them out and just let them figure it out on their own on how to get out. But I don't think they'll go anywhere. Just like Bonnie, she didn't go nowhere. She went straight to the barn. But I kind of missed the 4 that we originally had that we put in there with them. They made their rounds every morning. They come through the backyard and would go around the fruit trees and go down around that side and back around again. And in the afternoon, they do the same thing. Kind of miss them running around out there in the yard, but we don't really have a tick problem or anything like that around here, unless you go in over into the neighbor's property over there. But yeah, they'll keep the snakes and all that stuff at bay. Yeah, and they'll take care of the bugs. But they make their rounds across this backyard every morning. I could tell you what time it was according to them going by. And in the afternoon, they do the same thing. They make that trip. They'd circle around and go back down. No, that's okay. I'll pass. Uh, I was really surprised uh, working down the driveway that the ticks wasn't bad. There wasn't no serious problems down there. Peter mowed yesterday. Yesterday she mowed down above the high tunnel where the vines and where the blackberry vines and a few little trees are that she wanted to set out. Uh, we all get nervous when she gets on the lawnmower because she puts on a set of headphones. She can't hear nothing, and when she hits something or runs over something, we're standing up there just going, "Oh, she just tore the lawnmower up. She just hit something and didn't. And oh, she's still hitting it. She don't look. She just goes." She's German. She drives on the road faster than anybody. The boys have got enough German blood in them that they all drive just like her. And it's no different when you put her on a zero turn. She's just gone. It's done. Yep, that's highly possible. I mean, it's not hard to do. Uh, you got the well, the neighbors down the driveway there that don't mow. Well, they just mowed their grass finally after it was as tall as this stuff I just cut down. It's getting ridiculous. And but the people that used to live there one time, mowed pretty often, and they had a swimming pool out there. And I always made sure I was turned the other way because I knew that even though I was over on the driveway, I could easily throw something, bust their pool, or throw stuff in their pool. And I tried to be considerate about it without worrying, without it was nothing. I'll be going like, "What are you talking about?" No, but it can happen. Same way of doing out near the road. If a car's coming by, if I see a car coming, I stop until the car goes by, so I don't throw nothing at them when they go by. But some people, like Peter, just runs over everything. She asked tonight. We were up there changing out that air conditioner. She goes, "Is there something I can do?" I said, "Go walk the dog." And no, it's not really that thoughtful of me. It's just me doing something I wish everybody would do the same for me. You know, and some people do. You go down the road here and you see somebody out there mowing in the ditch line or something, and they'll stop or wait till you drive by. It's just the right thing to do. You know, it was a good little hop from the driveway over there, but down that driveway on that hillside on the lower side of it, when you're tilted like that mowing, you're throwing stuff at an angle. So it'd be easy to throw stuff over at their house or at their where the swimming pool used to be. So I tried to avoid it. No worry. Worry about, I don't want to damage somebody else's, something they probably worked hard for. I was hoping to talk to these new neighbors and see what they're going to do with they built a deck on one end of that thing and everything. And the wood is still there and it's treated lumber. And if they're not going to take it down or use it, you want me to get that lumber out of there for you? I told Scott I was going to build a little uh, shelter. Not that tall, but just I'm sure her risk is healing up little by little. Getting better all the time. I'm sure it's just going to take a little time. Uh, but yeah, she out there mowing with that one hand. I thought about it. Well, watching her mow. I thought, boy, she needs an all-wheel drive push mower like mine. No matter what, either the front wheels or back wheels are pulling all the time. The driveway's not a big deal to mow as long as it don't get out of control. If it gets out of control, it's a mess. But if I keep it down low, I can go up and down it pretty quick. Probably a good hour and maybe an hour and 30 minutes do both sides and do it good. Do a good job on it. Because the other side is the neighbor's tree row, their fence and where I've been cutting out. Where they have been approaching on to the property. I saw a limb laying over in their yard over there one day last week, and you could tell I cut it with a chainsaw. We had one do the same thing, fell towards the driveway, but I cut it, and then I didn't see it, and it was up in it was keeping from pulling something else out, and it didn't get pulled out, and they just fell over. I saw one where it fell and was hanging over into their yard. All they gotta do is get a hold of it and pull on it, and it'll come right on out. It's theirs. I just cut it for them. I hauled all I was going to haul out of there. But it's aggravating when they let it grow like that and they don't take care of it themselves. And it keeps growing out. Next thing you know, when you drive by one of the trucks or pulling a trailer and you're swiping brush down the side of whatever it is you're driving. We've been here a little over 40 years now. And I mean, you should be able to tell by some of the videos. There's some stuff around here been sitting there for a long time. Oh, the neighbors. Well, these new neighbors. I wish we had known they wanted to sell that place. Because we'd have bought it and just tore it down. Yeah, but the people that are down there now haven't been there more than about 3 months, maybe. When they first moved in, they mowed everything, and I thought, oh, good. But they put up, I didn't even see the sign. Scott told me about it. Scott says, did you see that sign? Yeah, it's right next to the driveway. It's just part of down below the gate, down from where the gate is down to the road. Uh, the property line ends right there. Uh, we got a gate, a fence running crossways to the back of their property, which we would put a gate on and move stuff, let some stuff move down there. But it's an that whole house is it's an old mobile home from probably back in the 70s or early 80s. Uh, yeah, that was there. That was the well. I actually back when I shot the video when I was really working heavy down there, they wasn't there. Shortly after that is when they moved in. So it's been about maybe 2.5, 3 months. I'm gonna say. Uh, but we burned them. We drug them all up, put them burn pile, and burn them. I got another stack out there now, ready to be burned, just too dry. Uh, but there was Scott saw a sign up there that said "For sale by owner." He said, and by that afternoon, that sign was gone. They must have had somebody somewhere that already they had talked to. Uh, and next thing you know, people were moving in. I said, "Was there a phone number on that sign?" uh, but the whole house, it's an old mobile home and and then built onto it. Somebody built onto it. Uh, my opinion, it's not worth nothing. Um, somebody's living in it, but I personally think it's old. It's been there for years and years. Um, but they mowed the grass. They moved in there. They they called uh, and asked about the trees and all that stuff, and we told them, "Hey, that ain't your trees." But they're approaching on our property, and uh, so I'm cutting them. I've cut them. I cut them back before y'all ever moved in, and we'll keep cutting them back if you don't. Preferably, you take care of your own. Uh, but let's see. But the conversation he had with Scott was it sounded like to me like he was going to take care of it, but they ain't yet. And that was the only time they mowed was when they moved in, and it all growed back up. I didn't know if the lawnmower was broke down or what the problem was, but uh, yeah, they finally mowed it uh, this past week. So hopefully they'll stay in the mowing business and keep it mowed. Well, it wasn't when they finally mowed it. It wasn't cooler, that's for sure. It was hot. but, but I thought they keep going. They're going to need a bush hog. And the neighbors who bought the house, people who bought the house, uh, not next to them, because next to them is the one that runs down this way that's all grown up. But the next one over, somebody just moved in there recently, and they haven't done nothing. And Scott said he had got down there and brought a lawnmower down near the creek and was trying to use it as mow as low as he could mow. Had the deck all the way down, and uh, they messed something up on his riding lawnmower. I mean, you can't go through that high stuff with a riding mower and have the deck all the way down. If it's not too tall to mow, you can mow it, go back and mow it again, keep lowering the deck, mow it some more. but you can't bottom it out and mow down there on the first go round. Well, we got somebody lurking in the background. A couple of people. Uh, yeah, that down the driveway, Peggy, was stickers, thorns. Scott helped me one time. I just couldn't take no more. I had a big old pile of thorns piled up down there. Uh, and and Scott went down there and got them up. I kind of started getting overwhelmed with the stickers. I got stuck, cut, scraped, and when uh, when the red stuff starts running out of me, it don't want to stop. And I done got stuck too many times. I probably got a good pint down there. I left down there in that driveway from this last go round. But the worst one was down near the end down there. Yeah, yeah. I don't think they'd find a way under it. I ain't kidding you. They would find a way under it. There was a couple other little patches, but they wasn't bad. But that down there, that was a whole bush on that fence. I cut that whole fence, the whole thing, all the way back up to their fence. I was, a good 6, 7 feet on their property, cutting that booger down. I won't let that grow back. Uh, in fact, I'm getting ready to. Uh, we, I'm gonna be spraying down the driveway with some weed killer down the fence here in the next few days, and I'm gonna be spraying that too. I'm sorry. If they want it to live, they should take care of it. Keep it to where it don't grow back my direction. There's places down there now actually growing grass. Uh, where I got, from underneath all that stuff where I cut down. I just couldn't get away from them. Okay. Well, God bless, brother. Good night. Glad you stopped by. We just sitting here talking, I'm getting ready to go because the dryer's cut off and I've got a load of clothes to fold up before I go to bed and get ready for my big debut of tomorrow. I'm just hoping that air conditioner we put in does a good job. Yeah, well, I've got I've got to fold up what's in the dryer. If I don't, it'll all be wrinkled up. I've been going through anywhere from I will. Uh, I've been uh, I've been going through 4 or 5 shirts a day. Right, it's been terrible. I can't. I literally walk out there and I have to come when I come back in, peel it off. You didn't take it off. You had to peel it off. It was stuck to me. Well, Peggy, you have a great evening. I'm glad you came back. Uh, I knew it was late, and I didn't expect anybody to come back. But gonna try to keep gonna do my best to keep Bonnie and Clyde happy with each other out there, and maybe she won't be trying to leave him no more, you know. But they were fighting. That's how she got through that net. She busted her way through it. God bless. Sweet dreams. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Maybe I'll go live one day, next few days when it ain't busy up at the fruit stand again, and see who's paying attention. All right. Good night. See you soon.